has direct evidence based on our air intelligence to the fact that Turkey is involved in this business. Today, we present only parts of this evidence. We found out 3 chief routes of oil transporting to Turkey from ISIS territory in Syria and Iraq. Western route reaches to Turkish ports to the Mediterranean. Northern goes to oil refinery Batman at the territory of Turkey. And the eastern joint is in Cizre. You will see all the chain of supply of oil products to Turkey, from production to refining. Western route, hydrocarbons produced not far from Raqqa by automobile transport at night time are transported to the northwest of Syria, then through Azaz at the territory of Syria and Reyhanli, the territory of Turkey, to Turkish ports Derkyol and Iskanderun. In this picture, dated November 13, in Azaz, we see the automobile road which connects Turkey and Syria. We see the equipment which transports oil products. In the A square on the Turkish side, we see 240 tanks and large trucks. At the B square, Turkish territory, there are many trucks which wait for the border crossing. Part of this equipment is masked for civil trucks. Similar is the situation not far from Reyhanli, not far from the... Despite military actions in Aleppo, there is a strong movement of transportation in both directions, and in the Turkish territory we see lots of trucks. This video shows how these trucks cross the border without any hindrance. These are bandits and terrorist groups, Jurhat al-Nusra, which allows large trucks with oil to cross the border. This transport is not checked on the Turkish side, and we see hundreds of such trucks. In the picture dated November 16 in Reyhanli, you see 360 tanks and lots of trucks not far from the Syrian border. In the B square, there are about 160 tanks which crossed the border. In this checkpoint, we see the movement towards Syrian border, and there are about 100 trucks. Space intelligence shows that after crossing the border, these tanks and large trucks with oil go to ports Dertyol and Iskanderun with specialized territories for tankers. Part of the oil is transported to ships and goes for refining outside Turkey, and part is sold at the inside market. The daily turnover is about 1 tanker a day. These pictures show the tanks waiting for reloading. There are 365 such tanks, in Iskanderun about 60. The next route goes to Turkey from oil fields located at the right bank of Euphrates. One of the largest centers here, controlled by ISIS, is the Deir ez-Zor territory. Here we see many oil refineries. One of them you can see here. Here we see lots of tanks waiting for loading. Here you see automobiles or trucks located not far from each other. At this picture, taken from the air. We observed 1,722 oil tanks. You have to note that from the beginning of our airstrikes on these oil infrastructure sites controlled by ISIS, the number of these trucks in columns reduced notably in this and other parts of Syria. And environment suffers also. There are oil lakes in the sand. This is the picture not far from Raqqa, and you see it on your screen. The trucks move to Kamishliya, and over there they wait for their turn. At the photographs here made in August this year, in this area we saw lots of hundreds of trucks which moving to Turkey and in the opposite direction. So lots of oil transported from Syria goes to Batman refinery, located at the Turkish territory, 100 kilometers from the Syrian border. The third route to Turkey goes from oil field in the northern western parts of Iraq through Karachok, Chamkhanik at the Syrian territory, and Itavan and Zaho at the territory of Iraq. These pictures shows lots of big trucks and oil tanks in these territories. November 28 in the area of Karachok, at the territory of oil transporting plant, we saw 50 oil tanks. These are August pictures in Chamkhanik. You see 380 units of automobile equipment. Nothing changed since that time. Our intelligence shows that there is a strong trafficking through the border between Syria and Iraq. Many such trucks are noted in the areas near the border of Turkey and Iraq. In Iran, Izaho, we made films and we saw the 104 big trucks. It's hard not to notice them, but to destroy them by coalition, well, it doesn't take place. So far, we only see the increase of a number of strategic drones. The hits made by coalition led by the United States of America do not take place. So full information about the sites will be presented at the site of the Ministry of Defense right after this briefing. As to the border territories of Iraq, the tankers move Iraqi-Turkey border in the Zaki area, and the oil goes to refining plants at Batman, which was already mentioned, or to large logistics centers on this route, which is located not far from Silopi. This is a picture taken from space, and you see the congregation of 3,000 tankers and large trucks. There is nothing to comment here. This is the scope of a legal business, and it's quite impressive. As a result, as per today, the criminal activity in oil sale, terrorists have no less than 8,500 tankers, which daily transport up to 2,000 barrels of oil. The Russian aviation will continue to hit oil structure of